Today I'm making a veggie pasta with zucchini, yellow squash, and eggplant, and I'm gonna top it with burrata, and I'll show you how. I'm gonna start by chopping a white onion for my veggie pasta, and I like making this in the summer months when zucchini and yellow squash are everywhere. These onions are really strong. Wait a tick. Yeah! Let me get these sexy goggles on. All right. Honestly, I don't smell anything right now. My eyes aren't burning. All right, perfect. Do I have lines in my face? I'm gonna add a little extra virgin olive oil to a hot pan and add in my onions. These will start to sweat and cook down. And while these cook down, I'm gonna start cutting some veggies. I'm gonna start with my yellow squash. I have them, and now I'm cutting them into half moons. You're gonna work in batches. You wanna cut some of your vegetables, add them to the pan, wait a little bit for it to brown, then cut the rest of the vegetables, put it in the pan. If I cut all of these vegetables and put them in the pan all at one time, they would just steam and turn into mush, and I want them to get a nice caramelization on them. I'm gonna cook this down for a couple minutes. So while the squash cooks, I'm gonna prep my zucchini. I have 2 medium zucchinis. I'm gonna do the same thing, cut off the ends and then slice them into half moons. The onions are starting to brown as well as the yellow squash. I'm gonna add in my zucchini. While my zucchini cooks, I'm gonna prep my eggplant, and these are Japanese eggplants. They're a little smaller. I'm gonna cut off this top part. I'm gonna halve it and then halve it again and cut it up that way, just to give a little different texture. That's cut up, and I'm thoroughly sweating. Check on the zucchini and yellow squash. Starting to caramelize. Let's add in our eggplant. If the pan looks a little dry, you can add in some extra virgin olive oil as well. My veggies have caramelized nicely. I'm gonna deglaze the pan with a little white wine. A white wine. You wanna scrape up all of the brown bits from the bottom of the pan with the white wine. I'm gonna season with a little salt and pepper. Now onto my tomatoes, which will make the sauce of this veggie pasta. All right, you don't have to go crazy chopping this, just a rough chop, because these will break down in the sauce. Try and get some of their juice in as well. And then I have a couple tablespoons of tomato paste. It adds a richness, a depth of flavor. And then I'm gonna grate in some garlic. I'm adding it at this stage because this is gonna cook for 25 minutes, so it'll sort of release those flavors. It won't be that strong, bitter garlic flavor. It'll just meld into the sauce. Also why I'm using a microplane zester, so I don't have to chop it and it just melts. You're gonna wanna make this in the largest pan you have, because once I cook the pasta, I'm gonna add the pasta directly to this pan. I'm gonna cook this for about 15 minutes until it starts to really break down. And then I'm gonna cook my pasta, so hopefully my pasta's ready when my sauce is ready. I'm using rigatoni, and it's in salted boiling water. And I want this al dente. Okay, while that cooks, I'm gonna chop up my basil. Some basil. I'm gonna use all of these basil leaves because I'm adding 3/4 cup of packed basil leaves. And chop it up. I'm gonna chop this up pretty finely. My pasta is ready. I'm gonna scoop it out from the pot, put it directly in the pan. Turn off my heat so it doesn't continue to cook even more. I'm also gonna add a little of the pasta cooking liquid into my sauce. Depends on how dry your sauce is, how far you've cooked it down. And then toss it together. Bring it up from the bottom. Try and coat all of the pasta. Okay, I'm gonna stir in the basil. Okay, thoroughly mixed, so now I'm gonna plate it up with this ginormous spoon. It looks really good, right? But it's not done yet. Oh no. I have some burrata cheese just sitting back there. I'm just gonna tear some of it on top of the pasta. And then a little basil leaf because it's cute. And also a little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil. And I gotta give this a taste because it smells so good. That is so delicious. The veggies are cooked perfectly. I can taste a little bit of the wine, some of the tomatoes, and burrata cheese. I mean, you can never go wrong with burrata cheese. I hope you make this dish and enjoy it as much as I did. I'm gonna go back in.